What up, YouTube? I know it has been a while since I told y'all I was coming back out here, but here I am. Actually been out. We took our first load on, we picked it up on Tuesday. Jesus, the sun, sorry. My son and I are in Denver, Colorado. And he is taking a little nap right now because, oh, my hair. I had a drop here at the Sam's in Colorado. Hello? Where are we? I forget the name of the town. Loveland, Colorado. But my next load going to Salt Lake City, Utah is actually here as well. But it's not going to be ready until they should actually be sending me the trailer anytime now. So my drop off was at 11:15. We got here at 10:45 this morning, and we dropped that trailer very quickly. It was supposed to be a live unload, but they are not doing live unloads right now, so we just dropped it, and we've literally been sitting here off the clock waiting for the next load. And then we found out that even though I have time and all that jazz, we started running Tuesday, and I think I have like 17 hours on my clock right now. Well, no, I have 14.53. So right at 15 hours left on my drive, on my 70-hour clock. So we have been running, and I cannot stress enough, running. So business as usual in the mother trucker house of tricks. I still love running the way I did before. It's so much better. The first couple of days back were interesting because they were like, you pick up same day, go drop it off. The one was 447 miles, the other one was 553 or something like that. Yeah. So we were able to do them really, really fast. But one was a live load, and then like the next one we just picked it up. It was preloaded, but then it was a live unload. We did some Sears, and they were the smaller Sears. I'll just leave it at that. I didn't like that whole situation. Y'all remember my Big Lots video? And I was like, what the hell is this? They don't have like actual docks like where most OTR drivers are really used to. We're usually dealing with like industrial places that have actual docks, and they're so high they want you to, pull your tandems put your tandems all the way to the rear so it can lift up a little, all this stuff. These didn't even have like the concrete thing with the bumpers that you can just straight line back to, which is cool. That was Big Lots. I'd never seen anything like that before, but there's not much room to maneuver behind those little shopping centers. So that's the most difficult part of it, is trying to maneuver the truck. And sometimes y'all know how much I just love the Qualcomm system. See my eye? I have something in it, right? She's making up for lost time, I think. She's making up for the last 6 months that I haven't been out here, because she does really good. She didn't talk for like the first 2 days. I'm talking about the navigation system in the Qualcomm, for those of you who are new or are not actually out on the road just yet. You have a system in your truck called the Qualcomm. She is your life, right? And her and I are not always on the best of terms because she's retarded. Okay? She's a computer and she's fucking stupid. And she didn't talk for the first 2 days. So I literally had to focus on everything that I got to focus on the road, but then had to keep looking at her because I had to make sure I was, paying attention to the miles, the exits, the turns. Literally, and then they sent out a message letting us know that the system as a whole, across the board, there was issues. And I was like, we been knew there was issues with this bitch. Been knew. So that was fun. So I didn't really get to, you know, show my son anything cool until my third load, which was 900 and something miles. We came from Missouri to here to Colorado, and now we are headed to Utah. I have plenty of time on my clock today to drive because I've been off the clock since I got here, and we were only 44 miles away from Denver to here in Loveland. So I haven't really done shit today. I've drove 54 miles, and 4.8 of those have been around this fucking parking lot looking for the bathrooms that they keep talking about. So most of the places that we've been to haven't had any problem with the whole restroom situation. This is the first place that I'm having that issue. I have been here, like I said, since 10:45. It is now, hold up, 4:16. We're mountain time here, and I have not gone to the restroom. Now, granted, since my first mentor episodes with the whole restroom and stuff, I came back out here thinking that I was going to have a hard time adjusting, building my stamina again and stuff, and right out the gate we actually worked all 14 hours the first day, my son and I. So for those of you who missed a video or two, my 15-year-old son is with me this summer, and he got to see a lot of interesting things. And on night 3, I told him, I said, you need to call your dad and let him know how we're doing. That was the day of Sears, after Sears, after Sears. Multiple stops is cool with me. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with anything. I came back out here because I missed it so much. And writing my book really started when I was out here. And it just seems fitting to finish the first of 4 books out here. Like, I just fucking love it out here. I did get asked a lot of questions, you know, working in the medical field, being a nurse and stuff, like, why would I ever come out here? And you know, when you're reading text and questions and comments and stuff, sometimes it's kind of hard to, I guess, understand where the person's intent is, what the person's intentions are, or what their notation, or, you know, their state of mind is. Are they being sarcastic, are they being rude, or whatever. But this particular person is usually a douchebag. So, and I don't like that question, because he makes it seem like coming out here should be a last resort. And if that's the way that you feel, then you shouldn't be out here. Like, if this is just something that you're doing because, I don't know, maybe you don't have an education, or maybe you, I don't know, are a criminal, or maybe you just, I don't know, suck at everything else, you shouldn't say that, oh my God, somebody that's a nurse shouldn't be coming out here in the trucking world. Like, well, what did you do? What did you fuck up? Whatever. I left on my own accord. Thank you very much. We were working from home, so the clinic was closed due to COVID. And working from home and, you know, being in medicine, it's boring. And not to say that I'm above being a receptionist, but I'm above being a receptionist. Y'all know I keep it very honest, the good, the bad, the ugly. I was just at home answering phones, scheduling patients. We were doing virtual visits, so there was still work to be done, like refilling medications and listening, you know, to the patients and talking to them. And it was cool for like the first month, but my phone at home was just constantly ringing. And then we had these meetings before and after work. And when you're at home and you're working with your kids who are out of school, and you're trying to cook and maintain and clean and do all of these different things, and your phone and patients are going crazy. And, you know, I feel really bad for the patients, because it's a really scary time. And it's even more scary, sidebar real quick, right now, because so many people have kind of forgotten that COVID is still a thing. And, you know, let's keep that in mind. We'll leave that conversation there. But let's keep that in mind. So I went to Florida. My daughter and I went to Florida March 9th. March 10th, the ship that infested the United States with COVID that came from Egypt, that pulled into dock in Florida, we were in that same county and in the same city. And we go every summer, and it's fun. And I visit my best friend there. She's like my sister. And none of the plans that we had did we get to do. We got to do one thing the second day that we were there. And then all of this shit spread. That first dude that got off the thing, he went to New York, and then it's just like spread like wildfire since then. So we were like at ground zero, actually, when all of this outbreak happened. And I was like immediately like, oh my God, like I'm gonna get stuck here in Florida. And I'm sorry guys, I don't know, the sun is moving like it does. Let me switch and go this way. All right, that's a little better. So, we were stuck there for a while. It was a few weeks. We were only supposed to go for a week. We were there for a few weeks. And then I kept in contact with my husband and my son, and I was just like, you know, my husband was still working. He is a pipe fitter, and he's an essential worker, so his schedule never changed. Jesus. Hold up. There has to be a way to make this better. Hold on, guys. Maybe that's a little better. Hello? No? Okay. Y'all might just have to deal with me white it out. But anyways, he wasn't having time to go to the store. And then when he did get off and go to the stores were empty, like ransacked. So I started worrying that they weren't going to have the stuff that they needed, you know, come lockdown time, because we were already on lockdown in Florida. So we were just waiting. And then they made my daughter and I, you know, we had to wait 14 days and all of this jazz. And then coming across the states, what got a little interesting, it took us a while to get home. Long story short, we got home and then we were on lockdown there. So I literally pulled into my driveway at 4 something in the morning, woke up, let my daughter go to sleep, and woke up my son and was like, hey, I'm going to go camp out at the store until it opens. I'm not going to go to sleep because once I go to sleep, I'm done, at least for 7 hours. Like, I require a lot of sleep. So my son sat there with me. I was tired as all hell. And then we got there around 5:30 and the store didn't open until 8. And it was so fucking crazy. Like, we saw this one guy. There was a guy already there. And I was like, oh my God, like, they don't open until 8. What is going on? And then, like, crazy, all these cars just started showing up. So we just said, fuck it. We got up and we stood there the time. We got everything that we needed. And we've been stocked up since. So it all worked out. I hope that all of y'all are doing well during these times. As far as COVID goes, please make sure that you're, you know, taking your precautions. We have everything that we need here in the truck. Thank you for those of you that were saying that, you know, you hope that we're being safe and that Swift is taking care of us. Swift definitely, when I went to orientation, because I had to go to orientation because I'd been gone for 6 months, they give you a bag. I think I talked about this on the live. I don't remember. But they give you a bag and it has gloves and it has mask and a big old thing of sanitizer. But luckily, being in Florida, I brought a lot of cleaning stuff with me. As soon as I heard about it as a medical professional, I was like, we need to go to the store. We need to go now. So I stocked up on cleaning supplies, not fucking toilet paper. I'm sure there's a lot of people running around their houses right now with shitloads of fucking toilet paper. Hey, at least you don't got to buy it for a while, right? But my first instinct was going to be, I understand how viruses work. It's going to take I understand how the CDC works. I knew we weren't going to see any vaccines anytime soon. Maybe 12 to 18 months if we're fucking lucky. But I did know a little bit about COVID, the virus itself, the human strain of it, because Lysol, that was one of the last things that Lysol added to the viruses that it actually kills. So I'm quite familiar with the normal COVID. Understanding that this came from an animal, I was like, wow, this, you know, could cause a lot of different things. So we are stocked up here very well with, I have tons and tons of Germ-X there, up in this cubby hole above the glove compartment. In my totes, I have tons and tons of other sanitizers that I ordered from California from a friend of mine. And then we have the sanitizers that I got from Swift. We have all different kinds of wipes. Wipes for everything. Baby wipes, fragrance wipes, potty wipes, flushable wipes, True Grit wipes when you get stuff in your hands, sanitizing wipes, Lysol. We got tons of wipes. And then, of course, we have gloves for my son's big old hands and then my little gloves. And being in the medical field, you know, having these things at your disposal, I was very blessed. So we're very much set up here. So all of you truckers that are out there, I'm seeing a lot, like a lot of people at the truck stops that are just carrying on business as usual, and it's fucking alarming. And I'm just like, wow. And we saw this guy last night where we stopped for food. My son wanted Popeyes. I don't eat fast food, so I was just like, okay, cool. You get your stuff. So I'm sitting there waiting for him, and this guy comes in. He has a fucking fit because everybody's moving too slow for him. He's in a hurry. You know, his time is money. We were at a truck stop, so everybody's time there is money, but whatever. They literally, like, stopped everything they were doing just to go ahead and get this fucking man out of there, and he ordered, like, so much shit. My son, I sat there with my son and waited for damn near 30 minutes for 5 chicken tenders and some french fries. And I was just like, my son had to, you know, kind of put me in check because I'm a super chill, calm person. But when you start disrespecting and talking shit about people that are working in a pandemic, nonetheless, whether it's a pandemic or not, the way he was acting is just unruly. It's uncalled for, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I worked in fast food. I've worked for almost every fast food industry. I mean, restaurant that you can think of. As a child, I was a single teenage mom. So, you know, before I got skills and went to school and all of that fun stuff, I had to support myself. So I've been on the other side of that counter. And I fucking, to this day, can't stand those entitled motherfuckers that come in and they're just like, you know, my time is better than yours and you're a piece of shit and why the fuck are you moving so slow? Like, I don't stand for it. And I was talking to where other people could hear me, definitely, and that's the point. My son was like, Mom, it's not worth it, blah, 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 blah. Had my son not been here, I probably would have said something. And, you know, I'm not saying that I would have gone over there and been like, hey, shut the fuck up, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. Hold on one second. Alright, well, it's time for me to move on. But anyways, y'all really need to be careful out there. Our time out here has been great. But I think the number one thing that I'm taking away from week 1 is y'all really need to be safe. Like, we all have to be safe together. And there's just so many people that are just living their lives and complaining about things moving slow. And they need to move slow. They need to continue to move slow, definitely. Just because we live in our trucks and, you know, we can keep our spaces clean doesn't mean that when we step out of this truck that, you know, other shit is going to be just as clean. Or maybe you're trashy and that's just the way you live your life. Either way, if you don't give a shit about yourself, you definitely need to give a shit about other people. So, other than that, we have enjoyed everything that we've done. Like I said, Sears was interesting, to say the least. I did it, but yeah, wasted a lot of fucking time there. And I don't like wasting time, y'all already know. But now getting to go through the mountains, and my son has never been anywhere. I think he's gone as far as Georgia, and that's it. So for him to see mountains for the first time, and me to be able to experience, like, give him that experience and share that with him, it's just the best. He wears his mask. He reminds me to wear mine. I get it from right here and just keep it in my pocket. So now I just have it hanging right here with my stuff. I I've been in my house for months, so I'm not used to leaving and wearing masks. So even I have to like check myself. But it is important, and we keep the Germ-X in the doors, one on his side, one on my side, just to make sure that even when we come in, even after we've been diligent, that we clean our hands. Again, make sure that you're doing your part and staying safe. And that's all the updates I have right now, really. Running my clock the way I normally do, doing my thing, and enjoying life, and good to be back. So all of you people who wanted to be students, I'm pretty sure I got back to all of you. If I haven't gotten back to you, it's because I have nonstop been on the road since Tuesday morning. So we will be doing our first 34-hour probably tomorrow night or the next day. Yeah, because I'm not that far. I think I got room for one more load, and then we'll be calling it quits on Monday night or Tuesday. So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday night we'll start rolling again. So I will check back with y'all. I love you all. Stay safe out there, all of my fellow truckers, and yeah, be cool. I'll see y'all next time.